Let's see how we can download an Apptainer container from Galaxy. And this is something we are going to do a lot in BIN 310. Almost all softwares we are going to use, use in this way, by downloading a container from Galaxy. There are other sources than Galaxy Project for this, but as long as we find them on Galaxy, we will use them. And it's under the Singularity web address, because Apptainer used to be called Singularity. It's changed its name recently. So here is the web address. Let's just click on this first to go to this website. So here is the website I'm talking about. These are free containers. Each line here is a new container, a link to a container file that we can download, or anyone can download. These are open. So this is an amazing sort of, what should I say, gold mine of free software that you can make use of. Anyone can make use of. Amazing, right? People are actually spending hours upon hours to provide us with this. We want a software called Jellyfish that we used previously. So let's see if we can find that. By Control F, you can search, right, for any text, and here is Jellyfish already. So let me see if I can search with this one. And then I find that it's alphabetically sorted, so you can actually scroll down, but here I find it quickly. Jellyfish, yes. And then you typically see multiple containers of the same software because of the different versions. There are different versions here. Unless you are looking for a specific version, you typically take the newest one, right? The latest one. You can see the dates here as well, but you can see by the version number. 226 is the highest version number here. No, it's not. 2210 is actually the newest. Yeah. It's probably not super important which version you choose, as long as it's not a very old one, right? So doesn't really. We can take this 2210 version. And how do we actually download? We don't click on it. Don't click on it, because, or you can do that, but then you download to your laptop. We want this to Orion. So what we do here, we right click, right? And then you copy the link. And that's it. Then we go to the terminal window. And first of all, you need to make sure, I'm now in my home folder, where do you want to put this container file? Well, I have made myself a module 3 folder here, so I probably want to put it there. Let me cd into module 3. And here I have nothing as of now. So here I want to download the file, and then I type wget and I right click. Whoops. I should go back and select again, because like that, and then I go in here and right click. Yes. Like that. This is the web address to that particular location, and then just return, and it will start downloading. There are some restrictions on downloading on Orion, but from Galaxy it's no problem. So let's see if the file was downloaded, and indeed it was. Here it is. And now if we go back to this document, it says add the extension .sif to the downloaded file. And this is not something you have to do, really. It doesn't change the content of the file. It's just for convenience, because it's nice to know that all the Singularity or Apptainer containers we have on our system has this extension, so it makes it easier to recognize for ourselves. How do we change the name of a file in Unix? I want to change this name. I want to add .sif. Well, we use the mv command, and then we say this file I want to move, mv for move, to a new name, which is the same first part, but then .sif. So notice how you change names of files. Move. then the old name of the file, the current name you could say, and then the new name. You can also, if you put a path in front of this new name, it will also be moved to a different location, right? But since I don't do that, it just moves to a different name in the same folder. So if I list now, we should see the same with .sif. And then we should also make it executable, right? Because if we look at the permissions here now, the first three here is for myself, the user, the owner of the file. I have read and write permissions, but not execute, and that we need. So I use chmod again to change the mode, change the permissions. Users, the user, me, should now be added execute permissions. And then the file name that we want to do this to. And that's, of course, this file, like this. So if we now list again, we will see that it has now RWX for me. And for others, and I don't care. That we don't need to change because I will only run this. If you want to make it runnable for everyone else, you also have to put an X here. So you have to put chmod and O plus X like this. But I don't do that. So now we have it ready to use. How do we actually run the container? Here is the command for doing it. Apptainer execute command name and some command, right? So yeah, let's see if we apptainer exec and then the name of the container, and that's this file, like this. And then we need some command. We need to know a command. And here we can see jellyfish -h is at least suggested here. Let's see if that works. Like this. Yeah, it looks promising, this, because we can see that it actually started the jellyfish software. Right? If there was something wrong with this container, or if this was not a valid command, it would say a known command or something like that, right? But it doesn't. It said usage jellyfish CMD, and then you can add some options. What is CMD? Yeah, CMD is one of these. Count BC info. Okay. So actually, in order to, it should say some, for instance, jellyfish count. And then you can add, instead of just -h, a double -help. Like this. This is actually a proper command, because this was actually not really a valid command in Jellyfish, but Jellyfish responded by telling us how to do it in the proper way. It should be first Jellyfish, then one of these commands, for instance, count, then some options, we don't know that, and then some argument here, but it says you can use -h to get the help. Let's try this one then. Yeah, that looked better. So now usage jellyfish count options, and here are the options you have for jellyfish count. So this is a quick way to get some information about the software. But the point was to run the software from the container. So now we run Jellyfish without actually installing it, but we have this container file. And now we can take this container file with us, and copy it and put it in other folders and use it in different projects. We can even take it with us to Sigma 2 servers all over the place. As long as we know this software, now we have full control over it.